One of the biggest questions new business owners have is, what type of business should I get? They understand generally that a partnership or a sole proprietorship does not give them limited liability, so they're looking at an LLC or a corporation taxed as an S Corp. There are a couple key differences between the two. One is if you have multiple owners, there are going to be significant differences between the two because an LLC has flexibility to be drafted many different ways to reflect how the owners are going to be treated, whereas an S Corp has a very standard way. For example, in an S Corp, if you have a 20% owner, that owner gets 20% of the profits. In an LLC, a 20% owner can get any percentage of the profits. Now, if you have an LLC, it can be taxed as an S Corp, but then it needs to be treated like an S Corp. In other words, the LLC has to be formed to act like an S Corp in order to qualify for the tax benefits that an S Corp would receive. When we talk about tax benefits, the primary benefit there is that a S Corp owner only pays self-employment tax or its equivalent in payroll tax up to the fair market value of a salary for the owner. Any profits after that are not subject to that tax, which is about 15%. So imagine you're a business owner. You bring in $100,000 a year to yourself. In an LLC, you will pay roughly 15% tax for a self-employment tax on that income. That's $15,000. Plus, you'll pay your income tax on that as well. That's a very large tax payment. In an S Corp, you'll pay that income tax. And you'll also pay a payroll tax on the fair market value of your salary. But if your salary is $50,000, the remaining $50,000, because again, you have $100,000 in income, that remaining $50,000 is not subject to a 15% payroll tax or self-employment tax, which means you're going to save 15% of $50,000. That is a very large tax savings. So as you can tell, there are some complexities here, and if you're a business owner, we recommend working with an attorney to figure out which legal entity is going to be right for your circumstances based on what you expect your business to do over the next few years. We can help with getting that set up, and typically the small amount that you'll pay for an attorney ahead of time is going to save you substantially as far as legal compliance and tax savings for years down the road.